I'm Judy Shaw for NYSE Floor Talk. Joining me today is Phil Schraeder. He is CEO at GumGum. Phil, wonderful to see you again. Welcome back.
I know. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
And I'm so excited to talk with you. But before we do that, just a quick note to our viewers. This interview is for informational purposes only. The NYSE doesn't recommend any investments or investment strategies. All right, so Phil, let's start off by talking about GumGum. What do you do?
So GumGum is an advanced contextual AI company. And so we work with Fortune 1000 advertisers, and we help them reach their target audiences in digital environments in a privacy-first way without the need of cookie. So think of it as AI technology to help a brand really meet their consumer in the moment of what they're doing and add value. We're about 600 people now. We reach around 1.5 billion users a month. And just excited to talk a little bit more about Pride and what's all going on with that.
All right, so let's talk about that. So you're CEO of the company.
Yes.
Tell me, why is it important for CEOs and leaders to acknowledge pride and allyship?
Yeah, I think it's such a great question. I think we like to focus on pride and allyship as, just a checkbox. And I think when we all take a step back as a CEO, I think fundamentally it's about really inclusivity and about creating authenticity of people's voices so that you really can represent your products, your solutions that really can address the needs of everyone, everywhere. And so I think it's just so critical that when you have Pride or you have these months, that it's an opportunity for a CEO to really show that they understand that importance and really kind of set the tone for their teams, their partners, and their client.
Mm-hmm. So Phil, tell me, what's your experience been like as a gay CEO who values and leads with authenticity? Tell us about your journey.
Yeah, it's a great question. I get this a lot. I'm from a small town outside of Chicago, so when I look back at how I'm now CEO of this incredible company, doing incredible things, it's both the most rewarding experience of my life, but yet the most terrifying and lonely at times as well. Because I think right now, especially, we're in such a society where there's such polarization, and I, from my own experience, have dealt with and continue to deal with that every single day. So you're able to set a tone to help create space and safety and bring voices to the table that, especially for us in advertising and working with brands to connect, but you're also terrified in a way because you're trying to represent a whole new way of approaching, leadership, organizational structure, and showing your truth and your authenticity. So it's still always a battle every day. I say to the team a lot, I'm still bullied in ways. I still deal with, the scrutiny. As we're talking today, I'm going to be judged on what I choose to wear and how I'm choosing to show up. And as much as that's scary and terrifying, I think it gives hope to the fact that we need to take these stands forward, and we need to start to find a way to connect everyone and represent all voices. So it's the best job of my life.
So authenticity. Tell me,
Yeah.
Why do you think authenticity is so important as a leader?
I think authenticity is so critical in that, for me, I need to feel personally that I can give my all and my commitment to the CEO role. And I don't want to, nor do I feel am I able to give my best if I have to look over my shoulder because I'm worried or concerned that something about who I am, is exposed. And when I think like that, I think I need to put that forward so that I can help bring out the best of everyone as well. And I think especially in this environment where, like I mentioned, it's very polarizing, I'm not going to get things right. I'm a new CEO. I'm also figuring it out. And all I really want to be able to do is know that my team, our partners, really can feel and really get access to truly who I am, so that when we are facing adversity, and we're building a business, we're trying to change the way certain things in our industry are run. I need to know that I'm representing them and that they have my support and I have theirs, and that we're doing this together. And I think you do that by sharing and being authentic with how you feel and what you're facing. And I think people really, really appreciate that.
Yes. Okay, and finally, Phil, tell me, what do you want to see brands do more of to support the queer community in more authentic ways?
Yeah, I think it's so interesting. There's both the business aspects, which I believe are also ultimately exactly the same as the personal ways in which you drive inclusivity. From showing up as an organization, right? I think many organizations have started to do things which are great, buy from, non-majority groups, LGBTQ, really do stuff for Pride, which is amazing. Source vendors from non-majority groups, like are they women-owned or Black-owned or are they LGBTQ? But I think we also know we're in the wave of AI right now. And I think brands right now need to really be asking themselves as they look at AI as a solution to their future, what's actually going on and how that AI was created. And so I think to represent the LGBTQ community as part of where and how are you training the voices of all into those AI models that you're actually using. And then second, as CEOs and as leaders, it's around representing that vulnerability and authenticity and sharing what you know, what you don't know, being reflective and welcoming conversations and being vulnerable enough to ask your team, your customers, and your partners, what are we getting right in helping to support the LGBTQ community? What are we getting right or wrong in supporting non-majority voices? And really make it a collaborative cultural initiative that I think collectively will work both for everyone's feeling of safety and getting the best out of them and their development, which will translate into better business, more success, and I think ultimately better solutions and products for your partners.
All right, well, Phil, always wonderful to talk
So
with
good to see
you.
you.
Thanks for joining me today on Floor Talk.
Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you again.
Yes, see you soon.